is a bright one. Unlike the rider. Can't see shit with this sun in my face. Hello everybody. My name's Jake, welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you can hear me okay, because it seems to be windy as hell. It didn't seem windy before I set off like, but I'm getting blasted. Anyways, what's on the agenda for today? So today, we're hopefully going to go and do a bit of green laning on the T7. It's been a little while since I posted a video. So if you're joining me now, thank you for being here, bearing with. I did actually try and record this video a couple of weeks back, and then since then I've had to go back to work, and you know, life gets in the way. So, but anyway, as I've just said, I tried to record this video a couple of weeks back. It's probably more like a month back now, actually. Time flies. Yeah, so I'll insert some footage here, exactly how that went. To be fair, it was going quite well. There was a nice little lane I found it on Trail Vids. I'll talk a bit more about that later on. So anyway, I found this nice little track, only a small one, short one, and for a start it was going very nicely. There was two very definite tyre tracks, like where a Jeep or a farm vehicle or something had been down. So, and it was like mostly gravel. It was like that compressed gravel, dirt. It was fine. I was sticking to the tracks. I was bouncing through puddles. I was having a whale of a time. And then the track disappeared. Just gone. And it just turned to sort of grass. And there was like a single track through, like someone had been through on like a trials bike or a mountain bike or something. And it's all down to my lack of experience, but that is the point where I should have stopped and turned round. However, that day I learnt that my tyres were not suited to wet grass and mud, and that's all the rest of that lane was. It was very slippy wet grass and very boggy mud, like thick boggy mud. Like it was almost pulling my boots off as I was trying to pull my feet out of this mud. And yeah, as I've just explained, my tyres are not suited to that at all. They're not just road tyres, they're sort of like a 50-50, but they're not, the more road bias 50-50, if you know what I mean. So straight away, as soon as I got into that mud, they just clogged up. I had absolutely no traction. The bike just wanted to go sideways. The lane was too narrow at that point for me to turn the bike round. And you've also got to remember, she weighs 200 and something kilo, so difficult. So I basically ended up walking it the most of the way out of that lane until it turned back into two tyre tracks again at one point. So I got back on and rode the last bit, but it was a nightmare. So my plan was to, at the end of that lane, I had 5-minute break, caught my breath because I was blowing, and my plan was to then move on to try and find another lane that wasn't just sloppy mud. However, when me and the old girl decided to have a little lay down together, it ever so slightly knocked out the steering alignment, and I didn't have any tools on me. Oh shit, I forgot to bring tools again today. Oh well. I guess I just don't fall off. Anyway. So I was riding down the road, and for my front wheel to be straight to get me down the road safely, my handlebars were not straight. So I had to bail, return home, cleaned myself up because I was bloody filthy, and here we are, we're trying again today. So we'll see how it goes. Could be good, could be bad. Hopefully it's good. Because the start of the lane, where it was the 2 tracks, and I was having a right time, it was beautiful. Pheasant. Get off the road then, you dick. Now I do want to put some proper tyres on this. Some proper off-roady tyres. However, these tyres I've got on at the minute have still got too much meat on them to get rid of them. And I don't really have the money at the minute to buy a spare set of wheels and, you know, have a set of road tyres and a set of off-road tyres. Maybe next year, that'd be cool. So I'm just, I'm hoping I can find some lanes today that aren't boggy. Just some farm tracks, gravel tracks. However, we have had a lot of rain recently. So it would not surprise me if everywhere is just boggy. I guess we'll fuck around and find out. Something else you may or may not have noticed. My navigation system has been upgraded. Thank God. I knew I wanted to do a bit of green laning and a bit of trail riding. And I also knew that the Beeline Moto was going to be no good for that. And I needed something with a screen so I could actually see where I am and where I'm going. And I looked at lots of different options, and I was going to just buy a quad lock. The only reason I didn't, nothing against quad lock, well, I suppose it could be, they are very pricey. So I've ended up with the ultimate add-on, universal phone case, and I went for the small mount. You can get a handlebar mount that's a big chunky mount. I can't remember what that one's called. I'll maybe put it here when I do the editing bit. But it's basically I've got it attached to one of the top auxiliary bars on the Tenere, behind the Tenere screen. So it's sat just above my speedo. It's quite nice. I've got it angled just high enough so that when I'm stood up I can still see it. If I just have a glance down, I can see if I'm en route. God, this sun is a pain in the arse. Worst thing about winter, the sun's always low in your face. Yeah, but so far it seems like quite a nifty little phone case. You can still use your phone through it perfectly well. It locks onto the mount nicely. And I've heard that it's 100% waterproof. So I've not had the chance to test that yet. And it doesn't look like we're going to be testing that today. But I'm going to keep using it. I'll keep you updated in further videos as to how it's going. But so far I am really liking it. I am, however, going to briefly ignore Google Maps. Because I want to take a better route. So we'll have a little talk about trail vids while we're on these nice windy roads. So trail vids it's an online thing and it's integrated with Google Maps. So basically, these guys have plotted lots of the green lanes around the UK. I can't see a damn thing in here, Jesus Christ. There we go. Yeah, so they've plotted lots of the green lanes around the UK, and they've split them up into counties. They've put them on a map. It's £15 for the year, I do believe, which is pretty good price, to be honest. And basically you download which maps you want into your Google Maps, and then so the start of the lane has got a pin and the end of the lane's got a pin, and it's drawn out, so you can just navigate to the start. The most of them have a little photo of the entrance, so you can see if you're going down the right bit. And a lot of them, I think this is a community driven thing, but the reason it's called trail vids, a lot of them have videos of people riding the lanes, so you can see how difficult the lane is and what it consists of, which is extremely good for beginners like myself. Not all of them have got videos on. I think the most of them have got the what 3 words reference as well. So if you've got what 3 words, you can just use that to navigate to the start. Because a lot of them are not proper roads, the most of them are boats, which stands for byways open to all traffic. So, or unclassified roads. So a lot of the time they're not properly on the map. So Google Maps will have a hard time. However, what I've done to combat this is the most of them, that whoever's done the route has drawn the route down the bit of lane. So all you've got to do is make sure your phone screen doesn't auto lock, navigate to the start of the route, and then make sure you're centered on Google Maps. So as you're riding along, the satellite tracks your position, and you've just got to stick to the line, the little line that someone's drawn, and then you know if you're on the route or not. It's nifty. It's proper nifty. I love it, and I can't wait to try loads of trails out and hopefully get a bit better at off-roading, with of course the end goal being doing parts of the Tet, going into Europe and just having a whale of a time. And I could not think of a better bike to be doing it on. This bike is absolutely amazing. I love it. Get on your side of the road, bud. Right, so we'll catch up when I get to the lane. Okay guys, we've had no luck so far. I've just ridden into 2 lanes. The first one was just pure mud and slop, and as we know, that ain't gonna end well. And the second one I've just ridden to was a very narrow grass track with prickly bushes either side, and I can tell you now, on these tyres, that will end the same way as the last time I tried it. So I've plotted a route to another one. We'll go and have a look, and we'll catch up when I get there. Right, ladies and jelly beans, we have made it to a lane that looks happy for what we want to do. So let's have a little pootle. There is a dog walker here, so we'll be steady. My tyres are fine on this though, this is alright. Just Just got to be careful of these puddles because we don't know what's in them, obviously. Morning! She didn't look too happy, but I think the call of morning cheered her up a little bit. Let her know that I was friendly and I was not a threat. So now let's get wet! Yeah, boys! Oh, I'll tell you what, when you're on stuff like this, it just feels like an absolute beast. Just a little bit of clutch. Oh, a little bit of back end slip there. Looks like it might be alright down there. Fucking hell. God, it's easy to move around. Oh, so easy to move around. You're going to stand up there nicely for me? Let's have a little photo. Can't see shit, but that'll do, I'm sure. Well, I'll tell you what, it's only just got up to 10 degrees and my fingers are feeling it, they're cold. Cold fingies. That is not what you want. So we're like halfway down this one already. It's not a very long one. Oh, let's just follow it and see where we get to, I guess. Let's go Tenere. Second gear seems to be the gear for this kind of schismatis. Oh, we're wet, we're wet. Oh, I'm hoping these textiles are properly waterproof. The sharp-eyed of you may have noticed these are KTM textile trousers I've got on. And yes, I'm riding Yamaha. Oh, a bit of power to get up the hill. Yeah, I guess I'll go on the grass. Morning! So, looking at my little map, I've gone a little bit wrong there. But, doesn't matter. So I think I should have carried on round the way that I was going to go. But the signpost said that was a public footpath, not a byway. The one I went down was a byway. So I followed the signpostage to be a good boy. And it looks like we'll get to join back on up here. Oh, so this bit's just a road now. We're just back on a track now. Oh, there we go. Looks like we're turning back into a lane. that steep. Morning! Oh yeah, Google Maps thinks there's a problem because I'm shaking all over the place. It obviously doesn't know what I'm doing. Look ahead, look ahead. Oh, there's some puddles, boys. We got puddles. Oh, I'll tell you what, the Tenere is handling this like a champ. So fucking fun. Oh, I've not even in bloody... I've not pushed my Paul Torres button. I'm not in off-road mode. There we go, off-road mode. Not that that'll make much of a difference for a noob like me. Absolute fucking noob. Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh man. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So here we've got byway left, we've got byway right. I kind of know where I am, but it's also nice being somewhere I've never been before. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to have a bit of arse end action. Woohoo! Whoa! Oh, now this is the shit. This is awesome. I love my Tenere. It's so confidence inspiring. Someone like me shouldn't be doing this much off-road with no training whatsoever. Yeah, the pros out there probably look at this and go, what the shit in hell is he doing? He's doing that all wrong. But I don't care. I'm having fun. I'm learning. This is a big puddle. This may be issue. Oh, that's deep! Oh, now we've got a bit of mud, a bit slidey. Calm down. Let's get the clutch control back on. Looking ahead, cross this shallow puddle. Oh. Oh. We're laughing, we're laughing. And I don't know what the hell this place is, but it looks cool. Oh, a bit slidey, bit slidey. Private members fishing only. Guard dogs. Right, it says private members fishing only, so I'll turn around at this point. Oh, if these sloppy bits, you can tell the tyres aren't made for this. As soon as you get onto the slop, you can feel the back end just sliding. And to be honest, the Tenere is looking after me. But I can imagine it can I know it can very quickly go wrong on that. Oh, that is so satisfying though. getting you sent through a puddle like that, feeling it spray up your legs. To be fair, my legs feeling dry. These textiles are doing the business, and these boots, they're only cheap boots. I think they're Risha, if I'm pronouncing that right. Woohoo! Oh! You can steer with your feet. Oh man! I hope this looks good on camera because it feels freaking amazing. I do need to adjust my rear brake pedal though, because you do have to get your toe down a long way to get any rear brake action. Oh man, this is so good. Just got to remember to look ahead. Yes, you kind of need to know what's in front of you, but you don't really need to know what's in front of you. Not at your front wheel anyway, it's too late for that point. And there we go everybody, we're back on road. I am bloody filthy, and so's the bike, which is good because that's how it should be. It's an adventure bike for God's sake. Well everybody, thank you very much for coming along for the ride. I'm going to head home now, I've got other stuff to be doing. Just wanted to get out and have some fun, and I'm glad I did, because that is possibly the best form of therapy ever. Jesus Christ, was that fun. So stay tuned for more, because there will be more of that kind of shit coming. I can guarantee that, because that's made my day. That was wicked, and I've got a damn good feeling we may even be able to get out with Adventure Dad on some of these lanes. So thanks for chilling with me today. Stick around for more. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you hit that little bell, next time I do something like this, you'll be notified about it. So, winner winner chicken dinner. See you all in the next one.